Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today, we unravel the intricate web of deception, passion, and betrayal that could shake up Hope Logan's world forever. Could Paris be the ultimate backdrop for love lost and power reclaimed? Stay tuned, because things are about to get wild. If the latest rumblings in the world of the bold and the beautiful are anything to go by, Hope Logan might be on the brink of yet another soul-crushing heartbreak, one that she never saw coming. Carter Walton, the man she has trusted and grown close to, could soon find himself at the center of a devastating romantic scandal. And who will be behind it all? None other than the cunning and ever-strategic Steffy Forrester. Steffy has long been determined to restore Forrester Creations to its full power and glory, eliminating anything, or anyone, who stands in the way of that vision. And for Steffy, Hope's relationship with Carter is more than just an inconvenience, it's a roadblock that needs to be removed. With the perfect accomplice in Daphne Rose, Steffy may have found the key to achieving her goal. But what if the true masterstroke of her plan isn't just about sabotaging Hope's love life? What if Steffy has something even grander in mind, something that will shift the balance of power within Forrester Creations forever? If so, the upcoming Paris trip might not just be a romantic getaway gone wrong, it could be a meticulously crafted chess move in a much larger game. Paris, a dream destination or a nightmare in the making? Paris has always been synonymous with romance, elegance, and passion. But for Hope Logan, it could soon become the setting of her worst nightmare. As whispers of an overseas trip gain traction, the question on everyone's mind is, will Hope's trust in Carter survive the city of love, or will it be shattered beyond repair? Daphne Rose, the stunning and ambitious Forrester model, has already shown she has a certain pull over Carter. Whether through charm, strategy, or raw chemistry, she has managed to plant herself firmly in his orbit. And with Steffy's encouragement, she may soon take her seduction tactics to the next level. The timing of this trip is everything. Officially, it's meant to be tied to the upcoming launch of Daphne's much-anticipated Forrester fragrance, an event that would naturally require Carter's presence. But beneath the surface, there's an undeniable undercurrent of manipulation at play. If Daphne and Steffy coordinate their moves precisely, they could ensure that Hope is unable to join Carter in Paris. A conveniently scheduled business conflict, an unavoidable obligation, whatever the excuse, the result would be the same. Hope stays behind while Carter and Daphne bask in the allure of a romantic European getaway. And once they arrive in Paris, the real seduction begins. Daphne's ultimate power move, business and pleasure collide. Daphne isn't just another Forrester beauty, she's a woman with a plan, a woman with ambitions that extend far beyond modeling. She knows what she wants, and she isn't afraid to go after it. In Paris, she'll have Carter's undivided attention, free from the watchful eyes of Los Angeles and the constraints of his relationship with Hope. A private dinner overlooking the Eiffel Tower, a spontaneous walk along the Seine, perhaps even an intimate moment in one of Paris's most luxurious hotel suites. The possibilities for seduction are endless. The goal? To make Carter fall under her spell, completely. But Daphne isn't just playing a game of romance, she's playing a game of power. If she can successfully draw Carter away from Hope, she strengthens her own position within Forrester Creations. More influence, more leverage, and perhaps even a future where she stands beside one of the company's most respected executives. The question is, will Carter resist? Or will he succumb to the temptation that Paris offers? Steffy's grand design. More than just romance at stake. While Daphne executes the seduction, Steffy will be orchestrating events from behind the scenes. Her motivations aren't solely personal, this is about securing the future of Forrester Creations. Hope's relationship with Carter has given her unexpected power, and for Steffy, that's unacceptable. If Hope were to discover Carter's betrayal in the most dramatic way possible, her world would collapse. And if Hope is emotionally broken, her focus on business will weaken. That's exactly what Steffi needs to re-establish her family's dominance within Forrester Creations. But there's another layer to this plan, one that involves not just destruction, but redemption. Steffi knows that in the past, Liam Spencer was tormented when he caught Hope and Thomas Forrester in an intimate moment during their Rome trip. The heartbreak, the rage, it led to major changes in Liam's life. What if she could engineer something similar, but this time, with Hope on the receiving end? What if Hope were to walk into that Parisian hotel suite at just the right moment? What if she were to find Carter in a passionate embrace with Daphne, just as Liam once found her with Thomas? The poetic justice of it all would be undeniable. Hope's inevitable heartbreak, a moment that could change everything. Imagine the scene: Hope, having managed to clear her schedule at the last minute, arrives in Paris, eager to surprise Carter. She envisions a romantic reunion, a chance to steal away moments together in one of the most beautiful cities in the world. But what she actually finds is a devastating betrayal. A candlelit suite, music playing softly in the background, 2 glasses of wine on the table. And there, in the dim glow of the room, Carter and Daphne, locked in an embrace that makes it painfully clear what has transpired. The shock. The disbelief. The slow realization that everything she believed about Carter was a lie. Would she confront him in a fiery explosion of emotion? Would she simply turn and walk away, too numb to react? Whatever her response, one thing is certain: Hope Logan will never be the same again. Fallout: what happens next? The repercussions of this betrayal could ripple far beyond just Hope, Carter, and Daphne. Will Carter regret his actions, or will he fully embrace a new relationship with Daphne? Will Hope turn to Liam for comfort, rekindling old flames in a moment of vulnerability? Will Thomas step in, offering Hope an escape from her pain, one that leads them right back into each other's arms? And what will this mean for Forrester Creations? Will Steffi's plan pay off, or will there be unexpected consequences she never anticipated? One thing is for sure: the drama is far from over. Stay tuned for more explosive twists. As B&B gears up for its latest round of high-stakes drama, we'll be here with all the latest spoilers, updates, and behind-the-scenes insights. Will Paris be the final nail in the coffin for Hope and Carter's romance? Or is there still hope for redemption? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure: this is one storyline fans won't want to miss. Next, we dive deep into a brewing storm that could reignite one of the bold and the beautiful's most infamous love triangles. With old flames reigniting and shocking secrets unraveling, this storyline is set to shake up relationships in ways fans never expected. It all starts with Hope Logan, whose seemingly stable relationship with Carter Walton may be on the verge of collapse. Hope has tried to move forward, pushing aside her complicated past with Liam Spencer. She has convinced herself that Carter is the dependable, committed man she has always wanted, unlike Liam, whose indecisiveness once shattered her heart. But emotions aren't so easily erased, and when Hope sees Steffi and Liam growing closer again, something inside her stirs. Hope may have rejected Liam's earlier plea for reconciliation, but that doesn't mean she's fully over him. When Liam first suggested they reunite, Hope stood firm, refusing to entertain a future with a man who had waffled between her and Steffi for years. She wanted a partner devoted to her alone, and at the time, Carter seemed to be that man. But love isn't always rational. If Hope truly had no lingering feelings for Liam, why does she suddenly find herself so bothered by Steffi and Liam's rekindling bond? The answer is simple: Hope has never fully let go of Liam. No matter how much she tries to convince herself otherwise, watching Steffi and Liam gravitate toward each other stirs up old feelings. The chemistry, the history, it's all still there, just beneath the surface. And when emotions are involved, jealousy has a way of creeping in unexpectedly. A brewing storm, Hope's growing obsession, and Carter's suspicion. As Hope watches Liam and Steffy reconnect, she finds herself unable to resist interfering. On the surface, she claims she's merely looking out for Steffy's best interests. She tells herself that she doesn't want Steffy making a mistake, that she's simply warning her about Liam's history of waffling. But deep down, Hope's motives aren't so noble. Is she truly concerned for Steffy, or is she trying to sabotage a potential reunion before it even begins? Carter isn't blind to what's happening. At first, he tries to dismiss Hope's sudden fixation on Steffy and Liam as mere concern for the well-being of their families. But as time goes on, Carter begins to see the truth. Hope is struggling with feelings she refuses to admit. And the more she involves herself in Steffy's personal life, the more apparent it becomes that Hope's heart is not as committed to Carter as she once claimed. This growing tension will inevitably push Carter to his breaking point. He has spent too much time being the safe choice, the man who always comes second to someone else's lingering love. If Hope cannot fully give herself to their relationship, then perhaps it's time for Carter to walk away. And when he does, Hope will finally have to confront the emotions she has been suppressing. Steffy and Liam, a rekindled bond or a dangerous mistake? While Hope wrestles with her own emotions, Steffy is facing an entirely different crisis. Finn has been her rock, the man who proved to be everything Liam was not: loyal, dedicated, and unwavering in his commitment. But Finn has been keeping a devastating secret, one that has the potential to unravel their marriage. Years ago, Finn had a moment of weakness, a secret tryst with his Aunt Poppy that resulted in the birth of Luna. For years, this truth remained buried, but secrets have a way of coming to light at the worst possible time. Now that Finn has undeniable proof that he is Luna's biological father, his carefully constructed world is beginning to crack. When Steffy learns the truth, her reaction is immediate: betrayal, anger, and an overwhelming sense of doubt. If Finn could keep something this monumental from her, what else has he hidden? Can she ever truly trust him again? The uncertainty is too much to bear, and in a moment of emotional turmoil, Steffy makes a life-altering decision. She needs space, time to think, time to breathe. And so, she walks away from her marriage, leaving Finn to face the consequences of his choices alone. Liam's opportunity, a shoulder to cry on, or a calculated move? The moment Steffy steps away from Finn, Liam is there, ready and waiting. He plays the role of the concerned ex, offering her comfort, lending a listening ear, and reminding her of the connection they once shared. But is his concern genuine, or is Liam simply taking advantage of an opportunity to reclaim the woman he has always kept in his orbit? Liam has never fully let go of Steffy. Even during his years with Hope, there was always an unspoken bond between him and Steffy, one that neither of them could ever fully deny. Now, with Steffy vulnerable and questioning everything, Liam sees his chance. He steps in, gently sowing seeds of doubt about Finn's loyalty. He reminds Steffy of the countless ways Finn has let her down, subtly guiding her toward the conclusion that perhaps she was always meant to be with Liam. And it works. Slowly but surely, Steffy finds herself drawn back to Liam, comforted by his familiar presence, tempted by the idea of rewriting their story. But just as they begin to drift closer, an unexpected complication arises: Hope. The triangle reignites, old flames, new rivalries. Hope's involvement in Steffy and Liam's business does not go unnoticed. What begins as casual concern soon turns into blatant interference, and before long, Steffy starts to see the truth. Hope isn't just worried about her. She's worried about losing Liam. Steffy isn't one to back down from a fight, and if Hope wants to challenge her for Liam's heart, she'll be more than ready. What started as a quiet rekindling of old feelings suddenly becomes an all-out war. The triangle that once defined the bold and the beautiful for years is officially back in play, and this time, the stakes are higher than ever. But who will Liam ultimately choose? Will he succumb to the familiarity of Steffy, embracing the family they once had together? Or will he be drawn back to Hope, the woman who has always represented a different kind of love, one filled with idealistic dreams and painful betrayals? Meanwhile, what will Finn do in the wake of Steffy's departure? Will he fight to win back her trust, proving that their love can withstand even the darkest of secrets? Or will he accept that he has lost her forever, making way for a shocking new romance? And what of Carter? Now free from his relationship with Hope, will he find comfort in someone unexpected? Could this be the beginning of an entirely new chapter for him, one that sees him stepping away from the tangled mess of Hope and Liam's unresolved feelings? The battle has just begun. One thing is clear, the bold and the beautiful is gearing up for another whirlwind of romance, heartbreak, and shocking revelations. As alliances shift and emotions run high, no one's future is certain. But one thing is for sure, the love triangle that defined the show for years is back, and this time, it's more explosive than ever. Next, we unravel the fascinating layers of Poppy's character, a woman caught between love, regret, and the mistakes of her past. Romy Park, who brings Poppy to life on The Bold and the Beautiful, offers insight into her complex alter ego, one whose free-spirited nature has led to controversy, heartbreak, and deep-seated trauma. Let's dive into the drama. At the heart of Poppy's story is a desperate search for belonging. Though she has had numerous lovers, fleeting romances, and moments of reckless passion, there is one relationship that remains the most significant in her life, her bond with her daughter, Luna. No matter how tumultuous Poppy's journey has been, Luna remains her one true love, the only constant in a life riddled with instability. But even that relationship is fractured. Luna has struggled to understand her mother, questioning the choices Poppy has made and the secrets she has kept. Poppy, despite her flaws, has always acted with a certain emotional vulnerability, one that often results in poor decision-making. She doesn't believe she's a bad mother, but she acknowledges that she hasn't always been the best one. And now, faced with the fallout of past mistakes, she finds herself lost once again, wondering if she'll ever truly be accepted by the daughter she cherishes most. A deeper look, the psychology behind Poppy's actions. Romy Park, who plays Poppy, has a unique perspective on her character, one shaped by her own background in psychology. Having worked in group therapy settings, Park has drawn inspiration from real-life experiences, using them to understand what drives Poppy's behavior. She acknowledges that judgment is often the first instinct people have when confronted with someone like Poppy, a woman who has made questionable choices and left a trail of emotional wreckage in her wake. But Park urges viewers to look deeper. She believes in exploring why people make certain decisions, understanding their life experiences, and recognizing the events that have shaped them. I've learned not to judge people based on their actions alone, Park shared. Instead, I want to understand their journey, what led them to where they are today. It's a lesson that extends beyond the realm of soap operas and into real life. Poppy, like so many others, is a product of her past. Her actions, though flawed, are not always rooted in selfishness. They stem from emotional wounds, a longing for connection, and an impulsive nature that often leads her astray. The dream that was destroyed, Poppy's longing for love. Poppy has never been the type of woman to settle into conventional relationships. Her approach to love has always been spontaneous, driven by emotions rather than logic. She has chased fleeting moments of passion, sought out connections in the arms of multiple lovers, and often acted without considering the consequences. But beneath that free-spirited persona lies a woman who has always longed for stability. In a particularly poignant moment, Poppy expressed just how much she craved a real family. When she, Luna, and Bill Spencer briefly entertained the idea of building a life together, she allowed herself to dream, a rare moment of vulnerability in a lifetime of uncertainty. But when it was revealed that Bill was not Luna's father, that dream was shattered once again, leaving Poppy with nothing but a familiar emptiness. It is this desperate need to belong that has driven many of Poppy's choices. She isn't simply reckless for the sake of it, she is searching for love in any form she can find. The problem is, she often looks for it in the wrong places. A History of Secrets, Why Poppy Hid the Truth, from Finn. One of the most controversial aspects of Poppy's storyline is the revelation that she once had an affair with Finn, an affair that occurred when Finn was just 18 years old. Though Finn considers Poppy his aunt, despite them not being biologically related, this shocking twist has left fans reeling. How could Poppy have kept such a significant secret for so long? Park delves into Poppy's mindset, explaining that her character often acts out of fear. She described Poppy as someone who, much like a frightened child, hides or lies, to avoid dealing with the painful realities of her actions. She doesn't think about the long-term consequences, Park explained. She reacts to her emotions in the moment. This is precisely why Poppy chose to keep Finn in the dark about Luna's paternity. It wasn't an act of malice, but rather a defense mechanism, a way to shield herself from the inevitable fallout of her past decisions. Unfortunately, that avoidance only led to greater consequences, and now the truth has surfaced in the most explosive way possible. Poppy's moral compass, selfish or simply misunderstood? Critics of Poppy have been quick to label her as selfish, pointing to her numerous romantic entanglements and her tendency to make decisions that serve her own interests. But Park disagrees with that assessment, offering a more nuanced perspective on her character's motivations. Poppy thinks with her heart, Park explained. She isn't calculating or cruel, she simply acts in ways that can be misinterpreted. This sentiment rings true when examining Poppy's past relationships. She has loved deeply, but often in ways that have been chaotic and destructive. Her emotions guide her actions, and in doing so, she sometimes overlooks how those actions affect the people around her. This complexity is what makes Poppy such a compelling character. She isn't purely good or purely bad, she exists in the gray area, a deeply flawed woman who is trying to navigate life the best way she knows how.